This is 2 weeks of BFI London Film Festival 2025. Enjoy! So I'm at the London Film Festival. It opened yesterday and it runs for 2 weeks. I'm here to see 2 films. One is an experimental documentary called Hair, Water, Paper. Is it Hair, Paper, Water? And the other one, I can't remember the name now, but I'll tell you all about it once I'm done. But I'm at the Picture House in Piccadilly. Picture House Central in Piccadilly. So it should be fun. I have an industry pass to this year's London Film Festival and I've just seen Hair, Paper, Water at the Picture House Central, and it's a Vietnamese film documentary that is subtitled in English, and the story or the camera follows this Vietnamese healer who's teaching her grandson the language as well as the secret herbs about like the secret recipes for healing, everything that was passed on to her by her mother, by her father, that's helped, like stuff like good for COVID, good for cold. This is the medicine to help, like rub on your skin so you don't get bitten by leeches, stuff like that. Passing on the information, and this camera just follows that, and it just reminds me about the importance of documenting our lives, documenting our history, documenting information that we pass on to the next generation, and how important that is for our survival as a human race. And there's a part in there that actually made me tear up, where the grandmother told the grandson that life is going to be difficult for you if you don't learn to read and write. The boy must be maybe 9 or 10, or even probably 8, maybe 8-year-old. If you don't learn to read and write, life is going to be difficult for you. So make sure you stay in school, don't drop out, be like your cousin, and if you can stay in school up to a certain grade, and when you go out there and you're in the world and things become so difficult and you have nowhere to go, run back to me. And I just felt like, oh my God. Yeah. And the next one I'm going to see in like half an hour is Diamonds in the Sand. So I'll tell you all about that once I've seen it. But I've got 30 hours. I've got 30 minutes to a 30-minute break. I had a tea and now I'm just taking a walk around Piccadilly. And yeah. finished. Diamond in the Sand is more about the story of a man who lives in the city of Tokyo and how he's handling loneliness, what it feels like to live in a city surrounded by a lot of people, and how easy it is for you to still feel lonely. Yeah, so that's what it is about, and it was good, very thought-provoking. Yeah. London Film Festival, it's been a good day. I just saw the film More Life, written and directed by Brandon Banton. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but it is set in the UK and in Denmark. The premise of it is that a London artist invites his friends. A London artist invites his friends to Denmark for an art exhibition of one of his work, and we see the interaction between them. I think it's all within one day or 24 hours. We see the interaction between them, all from a live stream on Instagram perspective. It's quite fun, a bit different, because all of it is shot in that portrait form. You know, when you're on live and everything is in portrait as opposed to landscape. Yeah, and you see all the people watching the lives and the interaction. It's like the Black British experience with like a nod to or a mention of what it means to be a racialized person living in the West, especially specifically a Black British man in the West. It's just fun, guys interacting with each other, and yeah, I really loved it. I really like it. It's More Life. Hopefully, maybe if it comes on a streaming service, you can watch it. But that was all I saw today. I'm not seeing anything tomorrow, but on Wednesday, I'm seeing 2 more films. I'll tell you all about it. What's happening? So today, Saturday, I just finished watching Die My Love, the UK premiere at the London Film Festival. I am at Royal Festival Hall at the balcony, and I've just seen Die My Love, and it is starring Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson, and it's a story of a lady, a writer, who is suffering from postpartum psychosis, and it weaves between reality and what's going on in the character's head. It's quite interesting. I think that more stories about mental health and mental wellness need to be told. I think there's more stories that need to be told about postpartum psychosis, postpartum illnesses. This film is quite sad in the end, but it's 2 hours of just like amazing storytelling. I can't remember what the name of the writer-director is, but I'll put it in the screen when I'm editing. But yeah, so all in all, throughout the festival, I've seen 7 films. I saw 2 films on Thursday, but the sound at the cinema was so bad I couldn't record my thoughts afterwards. So I'm going to talk about that. I saw the Bruce Springsteen autobiography, and I saw a film called Giant. Giant is the story of Prince Nassim Hamed and his trainer, world champion boxer. It's set in England. I really love like when I get to see like British films, because most times we only get to see films set in America, in the States, but this is set in England, in Sheffield. Watching that on the same day as I watched Springsteen was quite good, because it's a story of incredible talented people, and the hours and hours, you talk about 10,000 hours that you put into your creativity to get you to a champion level. Bruce Springsteen's story as well, I feel like it was only told from, not that I feel like, the story covered from when he was born to a certain period in his career, so it's not the whole story, but it was still interesting and covered a lot of ground. Yeah, and the sacrifices that these people make, the sacrifices that artists make. I like the Bruce Springsteen one because it just, as a musician, it just highlights how you're in your bedroom writing music, creating art, and then you release it into the world for everyone to see, and you know, they make of it whatever they make of it. You just never know who's going to hear it. You never know whose life it's going to change. But also the sacrifice that the said artist then makes. Usually when people like that are writing, and people who have dedicated their lives to their art, it comes from a place of trauma. It comes from a place of them trying to understand their history, trying to understand who they really are, and then they share that with us, with the rest of the world, and we make of it, and it helps us to understand who we are. That's why I love storytelling. It's like, it's not brain surgery, but it is like soul surgery. It helps us to like understand ourselves as humans, and I really, really love it. Tomorrow I'm going to see another film. I'll talk about that tomorrow because I can't remember what it is I'm seeing. But so far I've seen 7, and this is what it looks like outside of Royal Festival Hall. So today is the final day of the London Film Festival. It started on the 8th of October, and this is week 2 and the final day. And what a good way to end the festival, by watching a series of shorts. So I went for the LFF, London Film Festival shorts, and it featured 5 short films. But I love watching shorts because it gives you, it's quite inspiring. It's like you get to see within a short snippet the ideas of the filmmakers. Not because there's a resolution, it's like you're asking questions, or they're asking questions, and they're trying to answer those questions. You leave the cinema inspired, because I'm living here thinking about ideas of stuff that I want to work on that I haven't finalized yet. But watching these shorts has given me, you know, an idea in the right direction as to how you're able to tell a story in like 10 minutes or less, 15 minutes or less. You're able to get your point across successfully within a short period of time. So it's been fun, London Film Festival at the ICA, and yeah. And this is what it looks like outside the ICA. The ICA is just over there. That building, where am I pointing? That building is the ICA.